Wake up. Let's look at some Bitcoin shots. All right, we're back. We're back. You guys can hear me now. What's going on, man? What's going on? We're always friggin' muted, bro. Hold up. What's going on, man? Hope you guys are having a fantastic morning. We got the coffee. We're always muted here. We're always friggin' muted in this channel. We know how this works. It's because I had a new screen, man. What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm on coffee number 3. I was hanging out in the Discord for a little bit this morning. Not really much going on this morning, man. I'm still holding half my short position here to the downside, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. What are you guys up to this morning? You guys think Bitcoin's going to continue lower? You guys think it's going to pump back to the upside? Let me freaking know. I woke up kind of early today, man. Listen, this is earlier for me. I woke up at 6, okay, which is earlier, but I've been waking up lately. I know, it's not that early. Trust me. I used to wake up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning every day. All right, so it's not that early. Trust me. But we're back up. We're on coffee number 3. Hanging out in Discord for a little bit. I did show up to the Discord event. I did show up. You guys might be surprised I did show up, but I did. There's really not much going on. We have some stuff we could talk about here. Bitcoin jumped all the way down to 29,400. A little bit lower than I expected going into yesterday. I mean, I kind of expected a dump yesterday, but we went a little bit lower than we thought we were going to go. Come on, man. Should we be panicking? Should we be panicking, so?
Everybody panic. We're going to zero.
Well, that's what we're going to talk about this morning as we kind of jump on in here. Jump to 25K, then 20K. Listen, do we know where the absolute bottom is? No, but we'll talk about that today too, man. We'll talk about today too. Your dancing is in shambles, man. Listen, you guys know, if you guys have been watching my stream forever, we haven't danced in a little while because, quite frankly, we haven't had any big pumps to the upside lately. But you guys know that I am one of the best dancers on YouTube, right? So not only are we a crypto channel, we also are a dancing channel. We are also for people who have multiple personality disorder. That's like myself. We are a channel for everyone here, right? Bears, bulls, we love everyone. Best intro ever and muted. I guess it was. What's going on? Bart Simpson. We love the Bart Simpsons here. All right, so diamond reversal pattern to the downside, right? Exactly as we looked at yesterday. We had the diamond top, and that eventually pushed us back down to the downside. We saw the same thing happen yesterday, right? Diamond reversal pushed us back down to the downside. And now we're kind of forming what could be a bear flag. We're going to talk about that. If you guys could smack up the like button this morning, let's try to... Guys, can we freaking get to 300 likes this morning, right? I don't even know how many people are already in there. Probably I'm going to guess around 200 already. If you guys could smack up that like button, let's try to hit 300 likes today for your boy, all right? Takes 2 seconds out of your day. I appreciate it if you enjoy the channel every single day. I try to bring you guys the best content possible, and I enjoy hanging out with you guys too. So it's a win-win. It's a win-win. What's up, Andrew? You guys like the zoomed in look, by the way. We zoom in. We can zoom in even more if we want. We can go over here. There we go. All right. So we're all kind of zoomed in. So what are we forming now? So we got possibly a little bit of a bear flag, right? It's a little bit more obvious on the 15-minute time frame, but we'll talk about that in just a second. We know Bitcoin loves to bounce off this range, right? Every time it comes back down to this like $29,300 range, right? 1, 2, 3 touches. It loves to get a bounce back up to the upside, and it loves to kind of look weak as it's bouncing back up. You guys can see we bounced here. We kind of looked weak for a little bit, right? It wasn't the most convincing bounce. But we did continue up relatively, a relatively decent move. Same thing here, right? It was kind of weak, kind of weak, kind of weak, kind of weak, and then moved back up to the upside. So I'm not going to take too much from an initial weak bounce. But so far, not the greatest bounce. Now, what do we like to know for Bitcoin, right? At the bottoms, we love to see the W formations. We love to see the W formations form, right? We're almost obsessed with W formations in this channel. You guys are probably sick of hearing about W formations, right? Brian said, damn, that guy is hot. Thank you, Brian. I am sexy. I don't know if you're talking about Jabba or me. Jabba's still sleeping right now. He doesn't look very hot when he's sleeping, man. He's all kind of jacked up. He's all kind of jacked up. McDonald's. Chinese food. George liquidated. Savvy. he's all kind of jacked up when he sleeps, right? So, I don't know if he looks very beautiful, but me, yes, I look extremely beautiful in the morning. I always do. Even though maybe my eyes look a little baggy, but it is what it is. Take a sip of water here. All right. This guy is slow. Kendall, if I'm slow, what does that make you? What does that make you, Kendall, in the chat? All right, so here we go. We love the W formations, right, at the bottoms here. Now, we'll have a couple things to look at, but if Bitcoin is to reverse back to the upside, this is for my bulls in the chat. If Bitcoin is to get that reversal back to the upside, let's stick with the bullish. Guys, what I want to bring you in the morning. My bullish scenario, my bearish scenario, and what I think is going to happen, all right? So, the W formation. This is the bullish scenario, right? Where Bitcoin comes down, makes a low, comes back up, comes down, makes the second low, and then bounces back up to the upside, right? It's pretty much the opposite that we see in the tops, right? Everyone yesterday, right? All the bulls were coming to the chat. Oh, Johnny, this is not an M formation. This is not an M formation. We're pumping up higher. We're pumping up higher.
Nope.
Those same people are now saying this morning.
Everybody panic. We're going to zero.
Okay? So we had the one hit to the upside, second hit, move back to the downside. Doesn't have to be perfect, but usually every bottom is a W, every top is an N. All right, that's what we know here, right? We test the 800 EMA, got rejected, right? M formation. Now we're back down to the bottom of the range where we've been at consistently, all right, consistently. We're looking for the W formation for the bulls, right? We do have some vector candles looking back up to the upside, right? We like to retake these, just like we had vector candles here, right? Blue vector candle, yellow vector candle, yellow vector candle, yellow vector candle. I was saying at some point you're going to come back down and take those, all right? And we came right back down and took all those vector candles right to the downside like butter, all right? We would have one down here we came back down and took, right? So now we have it the opposite formation, right? Now everyone's bearish. Now everyone's like, oh my God, I'm going to put in a short position at the bottom, right? Everyone's putting in shorts at the bottom. You guys know it. People like the long and top, short the bottoms. We know Carl the Moon, okay? This is Carl the Moon's video yesterday. If you guys didn't watch Carl the Moon's video, this is a video from yesterday. Look at the title from yesterday. Exactly at the top. This was uploaded exactly at the top of the range. Okay. Look at Carl's title. Right, guys. You gotta stop longing at resistance, man. Listen, I used to do the same things. You gotta stop being longing at resistance. All right. Get the time to long is at the bottom of the range. That's what we're gonna talk about today. But this is Carl. Anyways. Let's go back over here. Go watch Oprah? I don't know if anyone wants to watch Oprah, man. I don't know if anyone who watches crypto wants to watch Oprah. Okay? I don't know if those two personalities mix at all. Right? I don't know. I don't freaking know, man. All right. So, let's see what happens. So, bullish. The bullish scenario, W formation, Bitcoin bounces back up to the upside and recovers these red vector candles here, right? We have two big red vector candles and a yellow a white one that we already retook, right? If you guys are wondering what's a vector candle, well, it's a high volume candle that that means there's a lot of liquidity in this move, right? And the whales like to come back up and take that liquidity to the upside or downside. I'm going to keep saying the same thing until you guys realize that it actually freaking works, okay? I'm going to keep saying the same thing. You guys have probably been watching the channel the last few weeks and being like, wow, Jordan's a little bit more accurate than he used to be. It's easy shit. Go watch Tino. Go watch Traders Reality. It's some easy shit to learn. No, but in all seriousness, that's the bullish scenario, right? There is some bullish things on the chart. Now, there's some things we have to talk about, right? If we want to get deep and dirty here. We want to get deep and dirty. All right, bearish scenario. All right, this is the bearish scenario, man. We're forming a little bit of a bear flag, right? We have higher highs and higher lows in sort of a unconvincing manner after a big dump. Now, it's not only this, but we have this forming on the daily chart now, which we'll take a look at in a second. Let's see. If we have this on the daily chart, we'll take a look at it in a second. But yeah, you got this upward sloping channel, man, after a big dump. Usually what these mean is you're going to have continuation to the downside. All right. Now, we got to break the wick lows, right? I can't get too confident on that move until we break the wick lows. All right. But there is a bearish scenario where we could continue lower. All right. Let me actually go to the 4-hour time frame here. Why I'm a little bit skeptical, and this Michael said getting roasted by Bob over dumb market close question was the highlight of the week. Have it dunking on me. Paid myself off BTC short yesterday. There you go, Mike. Nice job, man. Nice job, man. Listen, I used to be a short hater too. Be like, why would you short Bitcoin? You've got to follow the trend, man. The trend's your friend until the end. And until that trend gets broken and you get stopped out, it is what it is. All right? Now, I'll leave it at that. Ain't no crypto leg coming out. No crypto leg. That sounds like some bootleg crypto channel, right? Oh, what should... That sounds like some bootleg crypto channel. I think this guy's going to make a channel. Wow. I'm so good at trading Bitcoin. Yeah. I'm going to make a channel. Yeah. People will watch me. Yeah. They like me in Jordan's chat. Well, I'm gonna make my channel Crypto Leg. Yeah. Everything else is taken. Crypto Leg. Yo. What do you guys think about my channel name? Crypto Leg. I longed Bitcoin yesterday like Carl. Because I like Carl the Moon. Yeah. His second channel's awesome. I want to be just like him. Yeah. Alright. Crypto Leg. Crypto Leg doesn't it sound like some like bootleg crypto channel? I don't know. That's just me. I think it sounds like a bootleg crypto channel. But anyways, the 4-hour chart. Why I'm looking at this move a little skeptically. All right, so we had this upward sloping trend line, right? We did officially break that yesterday. Okay, we did officially break that yesterday. Does that mean that this?
Bitcoin's going to 10K.
Not necessarily. Okay. But that's not what I wanted to see. All right, it's not what I wanted to see. Along with that, the 4-hour RSI still has room to run to the downside. Right? If this was oversold, I would be like, all right, maybe we hold here, we continue back up to the upside. But the 4-hour RSI does have some room to run down here. So be wary of that. What I'll say right now, guys, is this. If we go to the daily chart, all right. This price action right now is reminding me a lot of the price action that we saw back up here to January to April. I'm just being dead honest. It's just in a smaller condensed time frame. Look at the formation that we're forming, man. Now, this doesn't mean that Bitcoin can't just pump to the upside. We know on this channel more than anything that Bitcoin's going to do whatever it wants to do. If it wants to pump up to the upside, guess what? It does not give a flying F what you think in the chat. It does not give a flying F what the vector candles say. No one cares what the vector candles say, all right? Especially Bitcoin. But we are forming the same exact formation that we did from January to March. And I know this is not what everyone wants to hear, and I know it's sort of mocked with a lot of negativity when you do bring this stuff up. But I'm looking at this the same way, man. Could I be wrong? Yes. What I'll say is me being wrong is not really wrong. I'm still holding what I have. So if price action does go up, I mean, it is what it is. But as far as the macro picture, I'm still looking at, I will continue to say, guys, I'm still looking for that move back down to take this wick at 25K. I know that's not a popular opinion, and I know one wants to hear the truth, but that's the same way I'm looking at it, man. Just another, if you want to call it a bear flag or a rising wedge formation, they're both bearish patterns, man. And I'm still looking at it the exact same way that I did up here. All right. So, I'll continue to keep that bias, man. And, nothing's really changed in my opinion. Nothing's changed, as Savvy would say. So I'm going to continue to look at it that way. I don't want to be negative. I don't like being negative, man, but I just want to look at it honestly, right? So I'm still looking at the same thing, right? A dump back down to the downside to at least take this 25K wick. Doesn't have to happen right now. People will say, if it doesn't happen today, oh my God, Bitcoin's bumping today. Jordan said it's going to 25K. Doesn't mean it has to happen today. I've continued to say this could take weeks to come back down to this range, all right? But I still think it will, all right? And you got to have some patience, in my opinion. So just like you have patience to the upside, you want to have patience to the downside. Still think that's going to come. Nothing's really changed on that front. Daily RSI is kind of reset with the price action going sideways. So now this has room to run to the downside if it wants to as well. So still looking at that. The weekly's starting to look a little shady too. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But overall, nothing's really changed to my view of the overall markets, right? Every single pump we got, you know, you guys, I mean, we got every single pump. We got this going on. I am George. We're all George. Guys, look at the pump that Bitcoin is getting today. Oh my Lord. Look at the pump that Bitcoin's getting today. If we actually zoom out, look at this massive pump that Bitcoin's getting today. You guys see this pump right here? Holy moly, man. The bull market is back. I told you guys that this was just a bear trend. All right. You know, you guys got to continue to look at this in a bigger picture and look at this pump that Bitcoin's getting right now. All right. It's absolutely amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So continue to look at it. We're building a massive base. And yeah, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. No, but in all seriousness, guys, like, you know, I'm I still am very short-term bearish. I'm convinced Jordan is savvy with the so you can't be short-term bearish. So I have to always be bullish. Let me say in the chat. I have to always be bullish for me not to be savvy. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. I'm probably more bullish than half of you guys in the chat. I'm just short-term bearish, man. And I'll continue to be short-term bearish until we hit my setup. The melt-up, wackos. Where's the melt-up? No. We actually have that crypto bill that's being proposed. Now, a lot of people are jumping to conclusions like, oh my God, this crypto bill is going to get passed. Let's not jump to conclusions just yet, but that is a good first step. Good first step, getting this at least into Congress and at least being talked about, which is awesome stuff. Let's wait for it to be passed. Just like many bills that a lot of them get discussed but don't get passed, right? So let's wait for that to be passed. But that is ultimately a good step, good first step as far as that goes. Let's discuss. Today, George blamed it on the SEC. It wasn't obvious on the charts, man. It was obvious Bitcoin was going to dump on the charts. It's easy to make an excuse after the dump, right? It's not easy to predict the dump before the dump. Okay, it's easy to make it. Once again, I'll say it again. It's easy to make an excuse after the dump, right? But it's not easy to predict the dump before the dump. That's all I'll say. Let's see. Bullishness die when you shorted Bitcoin. I don't agree with that. The melt up. Let's see. DCA destroys wealth. I don't agree with that. If you have conviction to hold long enough, you will be absolutely fine, man. You know what I'm saying? Like always, guys, if it gets back up the like button, where we at right now? We got about 500 peeps in here. Let's get the likes up to 250. 250 likes. You should be instantly be able to get to that. If you guys enjoy the channel every day, make sure you smack that like button. Like I said before, as we got kind of to keep discussing the Bitcoin charts. Now, the DXY, man. The DXY, actually, before the stream started, it looks like it was about to break a W formation back up to the upside, man. You know what I'm saying? Kevin O'Leary said that when crypto gets regulated, that's when the big money is going to come in. I agree. I think regulation's good. A lot of people don't agree with that. I think it's good. A lot of people are like, oh, it's supposed to be decentralized. But you got to understand, big money needs safety, all right? Big money doesn't care about the altcoin 200x gains, okay? They already have money. They want to protect their wealth. So they want a little bit of safety. That's why regulation's good. In my opinion, we're not going to see 100, 200, 300K, in my opinion, without some sort of regulatory clarity, all right? Now, it's me using, I guess, relatively big words, but that's how I feel. So I think it's a good thing. I think the sooner that happens, the better. And I hope it happens before the next halving, because I think that'll allow Bitcoin to go to a higher price than it would without any clarity. You know what I'm saying? So I hope it happens at least before 2024. We know sometimes these bills can take a long time. But anyways, the DXY was breaking out a little bit before the stream, right? We had a W formation, which is basically, I mean, a hit to the lows, hits a low, move back up, hits a low, and now it's trying to break out of that W formation here, right? We had the neckline at about 102.73. If this breaks out, you know, I would say, I mean, this is usually not a good thing for crypto, right? When this breaks out, or stocks, if we're going to be honest. Usually not a good thing. So let's wait for the breakout. We're still right at the neckline. This could easily get rejected and come back down. But let's wait for the breakout on this. Like I said, usually not good. It looks like it's just a continuation. I know everyone was like, the XY is dumping. And we sort of said if we come back to the 50 EMA and bounce, which is exactly what it did already, this could certainly continue higher. So there it is, man. DXY going back up. We'll continue to watch that as we kind of go. All right. Let's go over here. Clickety clack the like button. Thank you, Bobby Basshead. Bobby Basshead. What's your head look like, man? Basshead. You can't call yourself Bobby Basshead and not have a fish as your avatar. Okay, what is this? I need to see your head now. That sounds so wrong. I need to see your head. That could be talking about. We're not going to go there. That sounds very, very wrong. That's what she said. I need to see your head. All right. Let's continue on as I'm drinking my coffee here. Pants off, dance off. I guess we could do some pants off, dance off. Let's see. Let's see. You can tell it's a bear market when Jordan's drinking home-brewed coffee as opposed to Starbucks or Dunkin'. No, I've been getting Dunkin' every day lately. After the stream, usually. I go take my walk and get Dunkin'. But no, it's just because it's here, right? And I don't feel like walking to Dunkin' right now. Like before this, I don't feel like walking to Dunkin'. Afterwards, I go. And I get all types of jacked up. I am so jacked up in the middle of the day. And then I die at like 4 o'clock. I'm dead. And then I need to like slap myself in the face. You know what I'm saying? All right. So S&P. What do we got for the S&P? Still in a little bit of an ascending triangle. So S&P still in a bullish pattern. We got to see what this opens like today. So we basically got 36 minutes until the market open. What will this look like on the market open? Let's see. We're right at support. So let's watch this carefully. Right at support. We're pretty much right at the 50 EMA on the hourly. Let's watch the S&P going into the open today. But this could tell us a lot what happens with Bitcoin next. If this does decide to dump here, we know that usually brings down Bitcoin with it. If you get some support here, you had the last couple times, and you can get a little bounce here on the hourly, maybe Bitcoin has that bullish case scenario where it gets a little bit of a move up to the upside. You know what I'm saying? Now, you guys want my prediction, all right? So I'll give you guys a prediction for today, even though it's a little 50-50. Like, I wouldn't be in any trades right now. I still have my short open. I took 50% of profits after I got off the stream last night, and I moved my stop loss down and back into profits. So that is good. Now, I wouldn't really be. It's an interesting point here. You could. It's about how you feel about the market right now. You're basically at support, right? So, you're at the range support. If anything, you should be in a short. You should be in a long over a short. I never agree with shorting support. I mean, you could get a little lucky maybe, but I never agree with that. Now, if I had to make a prediction, right? Because I want to start making predictions, all right? Let's see if I'm right or not. Even though it's a little bit, I wouldn't really be in a position at the moment if I wasn't already in one. What would I say? Well, here's the thing. We're right at daily support, right? You got 1 touch, you got 2 touches, you got 3 touches coming back up. If I had to guess what was going to happen next, and this is this is totally just my opinion, man. I think we get a short-term bounce back up to the upside, right? Short-term little bounce back up to the upside. In my opinion, back up to the 50 EMA on the 4-hour time frame, right? So that's at about 30,000. I'll give you guys an exact amount. This obviously changes on the close, but 30,182. 30,184. So a short-term move back up to here, right? Which is also be a back test of this previous resistance. And then I think we curl back over and we come back down to the downside. That is my personal prediction at the moment. Take it for what you will. But that's what I see happening short-term here, right? You got the sort of W, a short-term move back up to the upside before we come back down to the downside. So take it for what you will. I'm going to stick to it. There you go. If I'm wrong, you guys can attack me. But guess what? I'm not going to hide from my predictions. Okay? I'm going to show you guys. Listen, I'm going to show you guys my losses. Even though, like I said, I'm still in a short that I got in way higher than it is now. But I want to tell you guys my predictions. So you guys have it on camera, right? And you guys can attack me if I'm wrong, right? Because a lot of people in this space don't only show their wins and they don't show their losses. So I'll try to keep it real here. I try to keep it real. So I'll tell you what I think happens beforehand. It's on camera. I can't hide from it. And I'm not just going to show you my Qcoin plus 100% gains, right? And don't show the losses. You know what I'm saying? All right. So let's go over here. Back over here. Jordan says putting the long now. Listen, I'm not 100% confident on that move. That's why I'm not going to put it in a long position at the moment. But that's my prediction, right? But I wouldn't bet on it enough to sort of put a long position in it, if that makes sense. All right. So let's see. The BitBoy filter. Hey man. The biggest channel in the interwebs. TJ, we gotta change up that intro, man. We can't use that anymore because we're not the biggest channel in the interwebs anymore. All right, but anyways, whatever channel, the coolest channel in the interwebs, guys. I'm gonna make a prediction because my sources have told me that Bitcoin is gonna have a relief rally at any day now. Okay, so my predictions are always correct. My sources are 100% legit. You got to remember, I've been telling you guys in 2021, XRP was going to $385. My sources are completely legit. Okay, so take that for what you will. Bitcoin will have a relief rally at some point sooner, and then it will go lower. All right, so trust me. I can bench press 385 pounds. Oh, shoot! Sleeveless hoodie. Yes, Jordan was right. Yeah. Bah! Who wants to talk shit? Who wants to talk shit now? Huh? Blockchain. I forgot that guy's name. Who is the guy that BitBoy was in like a freaking tiff with for a little bit? Who is that guy? It's the kind of guy who kind of looked like him, to be honest. Who is that guy? He was like a younger version of BitBoy, pretty much. Blockchain Boy or something like that. What's with men calling themselves boys? First of all, I don't know. I guess I'll digress. Blockchain Boy, and secretly a part of the Spit Squad. Oh man, who's the biggest channel now? I think it's Coin Bureau, isn't it? Coin Bureau. I think altcoin daily's catching up. All right, let's go back over here. Appreciate Michael. Appreciate that super chat, by the way, guy. I'm gonna use that to get Duncan today. Okay, appreciate that, man. Spit on screen. Hey, spitting on the chest, as Crypto would say. You know what I mean? Fresh cut. You can see my haircut. Well, you can't see my haircut under this hat. I look bald under this hat. Let's see. BitBoy now thinks the false top theory is happening. Today he will go back to November bottom prediction since we dumped. Yeah, man, it is what it is. All right, let's go back to some other things here. So we're still waiting on this Bitcoin move. So let's see what we're looking at here. We're still waiting on this Bitcoin move. Let's go back to Ethereum. So ETH, right? So we know what we're waiting on for ETH. ETH is kind of breaking a little bit of support too, right? We had this support yesterday we were talking about. It's a very simple support, man. We're not going over crazy things here. Very simple support, but we have 1 touch, 2 touches, 3 touches that we did just break down to the downside today, right? So another one that we're waiting to see if Ethereum wants to come back down and test these lows down here. If it does come back down to test these lows, which is about 1,700, we got to stay very, very vigilant. Very, very vigilant for the triple bottom action, right? But you know, kind of like Bitcoin, man. I mean, can you see a retrace? Because you got vector candles popping up to the upside like fire up here, like absolute fire. Now, I will say they don't always need to retrace right away. There still is some all the way back up here at like 2,400. There is still some up here all the way back up to 2,900. Eventually, those will get retraced, right? Eventually, the whales will come back up and take this liquidity. But right now, we do have that move back to the downside. That's a pretty massive move to the downside here. What are we going to do, right? It's just like Bitcoin, how it broke these lows, right? Broke the 4-hour lows. Is it going to get that retrace back to the upside? Still kind of confirm this as resistance before coming back down to the downside? That's ultimately the question at the moment. Let me go to the daily chart here. The daily's looking a little, let's see, man. The daily's actually looking, you know what the daily's reminding me of? If we actually go back and look left. The daily price action is actually, look at the daily price action. It looks almost the exact same as last summer. Not going to say it's going to play out the same as last summer, but look at the price action, man. You know, you got this first hit to the lows, right? Big wick to the bottom side. First hit to the lows. You retraced, right? You kind of consolidated for a little bit. Made a second low, right? Then you had the classic W formation, and then you got that move to the upside. You're kind of getting that same thing, right? Just on a shorter term time frame. You got that big wick to the lows. You came back up, consolidated sideways. Got the second dump, came back up, W formation, right? Let's see if we get that W formation back up to the upside. It is kind of looking like that, right? If for the bulls out there, for all the bulls that want some hopium, that looks very similar to back here. Now, I will say Bitcoin doesn't have the same relative formation. Bitcoin's actually doing the opposite, where it's kind of making a bearish formation rather than a bullish accumulation formation. But Ethereum looks very similar. So you kind of getting some mixed signals there. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if ETH merge is already priced in. I don't see it already being priced in, man. It hasn't gone up in forever. And it went up when Bitcoin was going up. 26 minutes until the market open. Yep. I got to change that top to market open, huh? You know, I think we got to do that. Looks like a big bear of the daily. Big bear. I don't know. Because it looks like Bitcoin last summer, right? Right now, Bitcoin's making a bear flag on the daily time frame, right? We already talked about that. If we were to see a move to the downside, let's just look at a hypothetical, right? We take the swing high to the swing low, and we actually bring that to the downside, just hypothetically. Let's say it breaks out within the next couple days. I mean, look where that puts us, man. It's not... Everything's... Guys, I mean, I know you guys hate me for saying this. I don't want to be savvy, right? But everything's pointing to that, like, $22,000, $23,000 level, man. Everything's pointing to that, right? That's the measure move of the smaller bear flag, right? If we actually take a look at what the move to the bigger bull flag was, I think it's going to put us right into that range too. If we take the swing high to the swing low here, we actually extrapolate that right down to here as well. Look at that, man. It's not a coincidence, bro. It's all pointing right to that $22,800 level. That ain't no coincidence, man. What also happens to be at that level? The 200 moving average. 22,300 is where the 200 moving average is right now. Literally, man. And if you take this extrapolation and this extrapolation, it's going to put you right to 22,700. And also in that range, if you look left, you got some liquidity down here, right? You got two vector candles sitting right here that Bitcoin never retook on its move back up in 2020, right? So you got so much confluence in that area. And I don't want to be a bear, but that's what the charts look like. I'm not going to lie to you and say, oh, Bitcoin looks bullish right now. Because every single pump just gets instantly sold off, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like the opposite of what happens in a bear market. In a bear market, every single dump gets instantly bought up. Now it's the opposite, right? So everything is pointing to that freaking level, man. So continue to say it. It might not play out right away. You could have a little relief rallies beforehand and whatnot, but still think we're going back down to that level, man. Just being honest. Right? I could sit here and be a moon boy, and I'd probably get more views if I sat here and being a moon boy and, oh my God, Bitcoin gonna go back up, blah, 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 blah. This is short-term stuff. Once we get to that level, that's where I think the bottom is in, okay? And the faster we get to that level, the better, in my opinion, right? So, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'll take the 23K BTC. Yeah, bids at 1,300 and 850. Interesting. Why is it taking so long for the DXY to crash? DXY is not going to crash right now, man. You know, people were getting way too horny for this move to the downside here when it was just a correction. You can have corrections. It's the same thing when Bitcoin has pumps, right? People get way too horny for no reason. It's the same thing with DXY. You had a dump, you move to the upside. People were jacking off, right? People were jacking off. Bob was jacking off because he thought Shiba was going to go back up. We're not going to jack off today. We jacked off last night, right? It sounds so wrong too. If you didn't watch the stream last night, we jacked off. Jabba and Bob jacked off. But yeah, it looks like it's going to continue up higher, man. It looks like it's going to continue up higher here. You're breaking a W formation off the 50 EMA. But yeah, listen, once we get down to that range, man, I don't think we're going lower than that. I think this is going to be the bottom. And the closer, I'm going to continue to say, the closer you can buy at the 200 moving average will be a better buy in my personal opinion. You guys do the research. You guys do your own research. You guys have your own plan. But make sure you have a freaking plan. And once again, man, the title of the stream is make sure you have a freaking plan. All right? Make the plan now. All right? Before we get that relief rally or before we get the dump, have a freaking plan in place. All right? You got to have a plan in place before the move happens, because if you do it when you're emotional, if you do it when the market's pumping, you're going to be emotional. You're going to make a stupid decision. If you do it when the market's dumping, you're going to be emotional and make a stupid decision. Make your plan right now. If you want to buy at certain areas, put in your orders right now, right? If you want to take profits at certain areas, put in the orders right now, and don't let the current price action dictate what your plan is, okay? Every single one of these relief rallies, I've held to my plan, man. I did not think that we were going to go into some bull market. Still think we're coming back down here, all right? And it's simple as that. Make a freaking plan. Make a plan. And make sure you have a proper jack-off plan. Exactly, Bathwater. Have a proper jack-off plan. And if everyone thinks it's going to hit 22K, then it probably won't. It might get front run, so make sure you have orders above it, man. You know what I'm saying? But you can also do reverse psychology. If everyone thinks it's going to 22K, then maybe it does, right? If everyone thinks it's going to go to 22K, it's like reverse psychology, right? Right? You can say, oh, everyone thinks it's going to 22K, so it won't. And that's the reason that it does, because everyone thinks it won't happen because it's too obvious. See what I'm saying? You can look at it anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's some crazy stuff. It's like messing with my mind here right now. I don't even want to think about that like that. Holy moly, man. I'm sitting here. I feel like I just got super, super high and I was thinking about something. All right. Holy moly, man. Where's ETH headed, buddy? In my opinion, we kind of talked about it a little bit. I think ETH is coming back down, at least test the lows. 1,700. You could get a short-term bounce to the upside first, like BTC. But I'm going to guess at least down to 1,700. We'll see what we look like down there, right? I don't want to look too far ahead of that. Now, I continue to say, if I think Bitcoin's going to the 200 week, then that means I must think that ETH is going lower. If Bitcoin goes to the 200 week, you know, I'd look at 1467 as the level, which is the previous all-time high. Right around 1,400, 1,500, right around that range. It's like where I think ETH is ultimately going. But could take a little bit for it to go down there, right? It's not going to happen tomorrow. People will troll, right? People will troll. They'll come in there like this. Look at Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin on the hourly. It's in a bull market. It's in a bull market. Jordan said it's going to 25K, and it has it in 3 hours. That means it's not. Wow. Wow. I'm going 100x long. Let's see what George has to say today. Wow. George said we're going to go up. I'm going all in. Yeah, I'm going all in. The retail noob has no patience and went all in at the lows. He has no patience. He's listening to George. Okay. I need confirmation. Okay, thank you. All right. Dump it. No! You got to be kidding me! I mortgaged my house! My family! No! No! What am I gonna do? George said go up! No! But we're bullish! We're bullish! Relief rally! Oh, Lord, man. We're bullish! That gets me every time, man. Oh, God, man. All right. Oh, Lord. All right. I'm freaking sweating right now. Look at this sweat drenching off me. It's the caffeine just oozing out of my veins this morning. We're oozing caffeine. That's what we're doing this morning. Okay? We're oozing caffeine. Oozing is such a gross word. What do you guys think when you think of oozing? You know what I mean? This is the crypto channel for me. Hey, man, if you want to have fun and also talk about charts at the same time, this is the place to be, man. You know? This is the place to be. I might sound like an idiot, but I'm really not, okay? I might sound like an idiot, but I'm really not. So if you're new to the stream and you're like, this guy's a freaking idiot, what is he doing? I just like to have fun, too. I could sit up here and be bored. I could say boring, man. I could sit up here and try to act smart, use fancy words, right? Be calm. But that's not fun, man. I wouldn't have fun with that, all right? So take it for what you will. I'm not an idiot. Moist. When I think of oozing, I think of like this nasty, like booger type substance coming out of somewhere, right? That's where I think of, Jordan has a lot of energy this morning. Must have slept well. I slept fantastic. Thank you for asking. I did not wake up once last night, okay? I didn't snooze last night. Sorry, snooze. Didn't, yeah. What's the word I'm looking for? Snore. Snooze. Didn't snore last night, so we're good. We're good. I'm at start, but it's stupid. This guy is slow. Let's see. That's why I'm here. Thank you, Crypto Boys. Thank you for hanging out, man. That's what we do. That's what we do. Where we at? Where we at right now, guys? Where we at with peeps in here? We got approximately... Okay. We got 265 likes. That's what I'm freaking talking about. Let's get up to 300 now. Let's get up to 300. That's what I'm talking about, man. I love to see the energy in the morning. All right, so what else we got? If you're new to the stream, make sure you guys press that subscribe button, by the way, too. Love to see all the newbies in here. If there is any newbies that want to join the crypto market. I don't know if any newbies want to be in the crypto market at the moment, man. They're just getting wrecked. Newbies are getting wrecked. Well, actually, I will say this. Newbies that are coming to the market right now, you have come into the market at the best freaking time possible. You know why? Because you're going to learn two things. You're going to learn two things in this market at the moment. You're going to learn that if you are buying now, you're going to learn that buying low is the best possible thing to do. Okay? And you're going to also learn that you can get chopped out in this market like absolute crazy. I bet everyone that's came into the market in the last 2 months has gotten chopped out. Every single dump you're probably selling, every single pump you're probably FOMOing back in. Let me know in the chat if that's you. Okay? What you'll learn in this market is you're going to get freaking chopped out. Okay? For your hodl bags, just sit on them, man. Right? And you came in crypto in such a good time, man. You're gonna get super lucky, man. I'm telling you. You came in the right freaking time. A lot of people wish they got in right now versus 2021. But that's how everyone gets into the market, man. Everyone gets in at the top. If you're the one that got in like in the middle of a bear market or we might not be the lows. I don't think we are. And then I think either where we are right now, I mean, you're super lucky, man. You're getting it at the right time. Let me say. That's me. There you go, Charles. There you go, Charles, man. Panic sell, panic buy. Everyone's done it, man.
I'm gonna buy the top and I'm gonna sell the bottom.
Everyone's done it. Down big, but exciting for these lows to see the rise. Oh, it's gonna be exciting, man. I think a lot of people forget. Like, it's been carnage for the last 7 months. Since the beginning of November. It's been going a long time, man. It's been carnage. Right? But a lot of people forget the feeling is when the market goes back up, how it feels, man. And I think a lot of people are numb. If you're still in this market right now, you're probably just numb to red candles. Okay? I know I'm numb to red candles at this point. You know? Who's numb to red candles? Let me actually just do a poll real quick. Who is numb to red candles? Yes, no, and I like your candle. Okay, thank you. Yes, no, and I like your candle are the options. Who is numb to red candles? Let me see. Let's check out some YouTube. You guys love the YouTube stats. It's so random. Why do you guys want to talk about the YouTube stats? We talked about it the other day. Most people are in the ages of between, I think it was, shit, man. They do it weird. For some reason, they could just do it like 10-year intervals, but they do it weird. I think most people were between the ages of 25 and 40, right? In this market. The second biggest was the next, was a little bit older, right? It was like 40 to 50 something. And then after that was people 18 to 25, right? Which is actually kind of shocking. I would think, actually, no, it's not. Because looking back at when I was like that age, I didn't really care about investing. But, yeah, actually, it's still kind of shocking because they love NFTs and shit, you know? Yes, feel the red candle throb you. A moist, throbbing red candle. Nice. My short is loving red candles. I don't know. You got to do what you got to do sometimes, you know? You got to take advantage of what the market gives you. Joe said Joe with the super chat said all BTC bear market minus 80%. That puts us below 200 week. Thoughts? Yeah, I think that's just, to me, that's to look at all Bitcoin bear markets 80%. That's just completely irrelevant, man. In my personal opinion, listen, doing TA saying, oh, it dropped this much this far. That's just. I mean, I'll be perfectly honest. That's just noob TA, man. I'm not trying to be mean. And I know that's not you just saying that. It's because you hear other people saying that. But no person that does TA is going to say, okay, Bitcoin dropped 80% last time, so it has to drop 80% this time. That doesn't really mean anything. You know what I mean? I'm just being perfectly honest, man. That doesn't mean anything. Just like Bitcoin goes up less every single bull market, right? Does that mean anything? Not really, right? Not really. I mean, you expect that to continue because of diminishing returns over time, but that doesn't really mean anything, right? I mean, it really doesn't. So I'm not going to be like, oh, Bitcoin has to drop 80% because it did the last 2 times. It doesn't really mean anything to me, especially because you just have bigger players in the space, and you know, it is what it is. Now, if it does, awesome, man, awesome. But this is what it is. 1 week and 1 month time frame looks the same. True. All right. What's a candle? What's a candle, man? The monthly time frame. You guys want to look at the monthly time frame? The monthly time frame looks just like absolute poo-poo, man. The monthly time frame looks like poo-poo. Poo-poo. Okay? Look at it.
Rant alert.
It looks like poo-poo. I mean, the higher term time frames are going to look like poo-poo. The weekly looks like poo-poo too. Okay? Just a continuation to the downside here. To me, I mean, it's not going to reverse where it is. I think this is going to come back down to the wick lows again, man. It's going to come back down to that wick low. In my personal opinion. It doesn't have to, but I think it's at least going to come back down to this 50 EMA again, in my personal opinion. Looking at it right now. The weekly, if you look at the weekly time frame, right, let's see. The weekly time frame, I mean, you had the weekly lows, right? Weekly close support, weekly close support, weekly close support. We have this teal line coming across. As of right now, right, this could change, but as of right now, look at these, right? You have weekly support, weekly support, weekly support. All you really did was break below, come back up, confirm it as resistance, and now you're getting a weekly candle confirmation to the downside, right? So all you really did is flip previous support into new resistance. So I can't really say anything looks good in the weekly. I mean, besides the fact that you're still holding this red box to support ultimately, But how long is that going to hold? Right? How long is that going to hold for? Let's find out. But I would say the weekly and the monthly both look like kind of poo-poo, if you're asking me. But for some hopium, if you want some hopium, all right, the monthly RSI is getting to the level that it previously had. Now, just like we said that Bitcoin bull market's only dropped 85%, does not mean this is going to market bottom 100%. But, right, monthly RSI has never went below a 4670, right? A 4383, and we're at 4676. So, once again, showing a little bit more downside based off previous markets, but we're getting close. We're getting close, and I'll continue to stand by that. I think we're close to the bottom, man. That's what I'll say. Let's see. Can anyone explain the benefits of DCA? Yeah, it's simple, man. DCA is for people who don't people who don't know how to trade, which is most people, and just want to accumulate whatever asset they're going into, and not have to worry about short-term price action, right? And that strategy is going to work for most people, because most people try to time the tops and bottoms, and they simply can't, because they let their emotions run through them. So for most people, it's better just to DCA. Okay, now you got to DCA at the right times. Okay, I don't agree with just buying whenever. I think that's a little bit lazy. Just to be honest, I think buying like every Friday is a little bit lazy of a strategy. I think you should be buying when there's red candles, right? You're better off than not doing that. Rather than just buying every Friday. Bitcoin could have had a 10% move to the upside and you buy still. I don't know if I agree with that. I think that's a little bit too lazy in my opinion. Still will probably work out in the long run, right? Not saying it won't work out, but I think there's a certain aspect to it where you want to buy the dips and you don't just want to buy every Friday or whatever. That's a little bit too late. That's a little bit too hands off for me, but it'll work. It will work, because if you expect the crypto market to go up, I guess it doesn't really matter where you DCA. But if you want to maximize, I mean, it's better to buy red candles than to just DCA every Friday, in my opinion. It's just my opinion, but here's what it is. Only DCA benefit I see is you lose your money a lot slower. To be honest, man, that's said by someone that got into the market in either 2021 or 2022. You ask anyone who DCA'd before that, they're up exponentially. You know what I mean? It's the same thing if you ask people who DCA'd in 2018, right? In 2019, they'd say the same thing as you. You know what I mean? It's all a matter of patience. It's all a matter of patience, man. Trevor said bye. So we got 5 minutes in the market open. 5 minutes until thy market open. Let's see. Later, Rich Buddy. Have a good day, man. Good to see you, bro. All right, so let's see if Bitcoin has a move on the open, guys. What do you think? Think Bitcoin's going to have a move on the open? Who is numb to red candles? 61% said yes, 13% no, and 26% I like your candle. Well, I do have a pretty good candle. Come on, man. All right, let's see what we got on the market open here. Let's get a little dancey on the market open. Let's get it. Let's get it. Come on. Everyone's like, I'm still sleeping, man. Come on. George said sell the house, but... yeah. Come on, man. Let's get the market open here. Move on the open. You think so? It's a cage full of bait bulls inside a cage that traps hungry bears. I don't know. Moon time. Okay. What are you guys having for breakfast this morning, man? What are you guys having for breakfast? I'm going to have the same thing I have every single day. Can you guys guess what I have for breakfast every single day? I have eggs. I have 3 eggs, either on a wrap or some wheat bread. Okay, very basic. Sometimes a bagel. You know, if I'm feeling a little adventurous, I'll have a bagel. And I have some nuts. Okay, and no, we're not talking about those nuts. Don't be weird. We're not talking about those nuts. I had some nuts. some peanuts, okay, on the side. Yes, I put them on the plate and eat them separately. Sometimes I put them on the sandwich, okay. And then we have a banana, and we have a clementine, and yeah, that's it, man. That's it. That's really my breakfast, man. Wasteful, unhealthy American breakfast. No, my breakfast is actually very, very wholesome. Like, I probably have one of the most wholesome breakfasts you can probably have. There's everything you need in that breakfast, man. We got the fats, we got the proteins, we got the carbs, we got everything in there. Okay? 3 eggs 5 times per week. Nice, bro. These nuts. Breakfast is served. What peanuts at breakfast? Peanuts, bro. I'm telling you, you guys got the honey roasted peanuts from what's the brand, man? The honey roasted peanuts. You guys know the common peanut brand everyone gets. You guys know. I'm just having a brain fart at the moment, which tends to happen a lot. But those nuts are so freaking good. I love to just suck on those nuts. I love to just suck on those nuts, man. Planters. There you go, John. Yeah, planters. Those things are legit. I literally will put those in like chicken wraps, egg wraps. I'll put those with rice. You can put those with anything. They're just delicious. They add some sweetness to it. It's delicious. All right, so Bitcoin trying to get a slight move up. I mean, listen, it's right at the range lows. It's really not doing too much at the moment. Short-term time frames are interesting, man. It's very, very interesting. Low volume at the moment. Not a lot of vector candles popping back up to give us any indication, but in reality, we're just in a big upwards channel, which typically ends up being a bearish pattern. Now, we have the 50 EMA coming down here on the 15-minute. I'm waiting for the back test of this, whether we kind of just range sideways as this comes down here, or we get a move back up to this. I'm watching the reaction based on this EMA, right? Just like we did, when was the time we waited for the reaction on it? Forget exactly where it was. I think it was a little while ago. Where was it, man? I remember one time we waited for a reaction on it, and we got a nice short position based off the reaction. I always wait for the reaction off the 50 EMA. So it's kind of a watching here. There's no volume, guy. There's no volume, my God. There's no volume. This is probably too much for you guys in the morning. Let me know if this is too much for you in the morning. If you guys want me to just be chill in the morning, let me know. If you guys want me to be animated, let me know. Can't promise it can be every day. But there's no volume. There's no friggin' volume on Bitcoin. There's no vector candles. There's none. Just notice this guy's like, look at Mike's eyes, man. They're actually pretty dope. He's got some dope eyes, in my opinion. Just taking. Chill, bro. Someone said chill. Be you. Nice. Yeah, it's whoever I'm feeling there today, I guess. Do you use Trader Reality for the vector candles? Yeah, I use Trader's Reality Indicator, man. I just changed the colors so people can see the red and green candles in the chart. I just basically changed the green vector candle to yellow, and I changed the red vector candle to pink. Right? That's basically what I did, to be honest. You think we watch you for TA? Daniel, you don't watch me for TA. Some people do. Not enough. Not enough. Have a plan, man. Blood red. It's blood. Too much. It's midnight. Let's see. This is great for my morning. Wakes me up. Nice, nice, nice. He doesn't just use. He copies. I guess he can't copy, man. Jordan does TA. Hey, man. I still haven't lost a trade yet. You guys watch all these other guys. I bet I have a higher percentage of wins than these guys do. I will. I do. Now, I use very small amounts because I'm still learning, right? Which I always think that people who are learning to trade should use small amounts, right? Don't be going in YOLO and like freaking horse guy, okay? You know, don't be like this guy. Well, I just learned trading yesterday. Stop loss? What's that? Wow, you can do 125x leverage on this exchange? Wow. Well, George told me to mortgage my house, so I don't have a house. Clearly. Do you see me? I don't have a house. I'm gonna do 125x leverage anyway. Wow. Don't be that guy. Don't be Bob who's gonna, but very small amounts. But I will say I have a higher percentage, man. Percentage wins, for sure. I'm willing to bet on it. YOLO is the way to get rich fast. No. You can. I mean, you can. I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, who made the most money in the last bull market, man? I mean, the Shiba buyers at the lows, right? So let's be honest. So let's not kid ourselves here. It is what it is. ZickDot said, "Hi, George. Just want to thank you for your consistent content. Only crypto tuber who I consistently watch, mainly for the crazy. Much. I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or not. You're the only crypto tuber I watch, mainly because you're crazy. Should I take that as a compliment or not? I don't know. I think I should. But that's a funny way to put it, man. That's definitely a funny way to put it. Michael said, I'm just using small amounts, but I don't believe in paper trading. It's like betting with fake money you don't do. How would you if you was real? True. Small amounts. The horse guy is undefeated. His name, I love his name, just the horse guy now. Don't be calling it someone else. Let's see. Dogecoin millionaire never sold. True. I get the degenerates were the true winners, man. I mean, Doge and Shiba were the winners. All right, Bitcoin's moving up. Let's get it. On the market open. Let's get busy, man. Let's get busy. Doge is moving up. Bitcoin's moving up a little bit. Let's get it. We got 340 likes in here. Let's get the 400 now. Let's get it. We're killing it. 29,600. I'm just playing the pump song for fun, man. It's not going off. It's not going off. But we're getting a little bit of move to the upside here. Let's see what happens. I'm still waiting for the retest of the 50 EMA, right? Still waiting for that ultimately here. Stock market open. We're seeing the dump. So the S&P's dumping. We had this ascending triangle here. Looks like we're getting that small dump. We have a gap up here, right? So we're seeing the break down ultimately here. I mean, let me fix this a little bit like savvy here. We know we like to be savvy a little bit, so let's fix this a little bit like savvy. Still looks like we could have broke down. Now we have a little bit of a gap here. Let's see if it comes back up, fills that gap. But ultimately, we want to see this hold the 50 EMA on the close, which right now you're sitting right on top of that on the close. DXY came back down a little bit here. So we're still waiting for the breakout in the DXY to see if it breaks over 102.73. If it does, it's probably going to see some continued action. We're going to watch this for the daily close tonight, see if the DXY closes over 102.73. There's the W formation back to the upside. Like we said, S&P looking to, let's see what happens to the S&P, but chilling right at support. Man. Bitcoin, chilling as well. Your mom is pumped? Let's see. Let's get Swifty. What does that mean, man? 15-minute, please. Let's see. Official whole coiner. Pump music, please. There you go, the dude. Keep stacking, man. That's no easy feat to become a whole coiner. It's a lot of people lose touch in reality, but I will say 99.9% of the population in the world cannot afford to invest in get to one Bitcoin. I know we lose touch of reality at some point, but that's not an easy feat. Okay, so congratulations, man. It must have took you a long time to accumulate, unless you just had cash sitting in the bank. So nice job, man. That's some dedication. Whether you're stacking fiat on the side and just bought it yesterday, or you've been DCAing. That is nice, man. Nice job, bro. That's freaking awesome. Can you show us? Yeah, I could do that. I need to figure out how to do it on stream because the issue, I can't say it on stream. There's a reason why I can't show it on here. Waterfly said I stepped in. Can you start over, boss? Me ain't starting over, man. Nothing like good crab action. Dude, this has been the best range to trade, man. It's been the best range to trade. You're just going up, down, up, down, up, down in a range. Really. It's really all you're doing. All right. So 937, 937, 937. What else we got today? Total market cap. Let's actually look at Ethereum. ETH just chilling so far today. Nothing really changed on Ethereum. We're still waiting for the move back down to like 1700-ish on ETH. But we'll see how that goes. He's saying here. Should do a crypto lifer impression? No. I won't do that, man. Because crypto lifer wants to take me for lunch, so I'm not going to do an impression of him. After the lunch, yeah, we'll probably do it, to be honest. I'm a whole coiner too. It's just Solana and not ADA. Hey, you're probably still ahead of the curve on most people, man. Some people, most people can't even afford one Solana. So nice job, man. You'd be surprised. All right. So let's go back to, what else can we look at, man? We haven't looked at Tether dominance in a while. Let's check out Tether dominance. Yeah, it's still chilling in the range. Like we said, this could take a long time to play out. I guess the M formation is just kind of chilling right now. This could take a long time to play out, right? We know this typically is this also is such an indicator why I think we're going to 22K, man. Right? I mean, Bitcoin usually tops out when the Tether dominance tops out on this trend line, right? Early 2020, September of 2020, last summertime. Okay, all started Bitcoin rallies to the upside. We're sitting right on top of the upside right now, but like we said, like the longer you go sideways here, the more this could continue up, right? And in theory, if this continues up, doesn't have to right now, right? But if this touches this trend line again, it's probably going to be when Bitcoin's get a little bit of a drop, right? So that's another thing that's kind of lining up for that for me, right? And then that would be ultimately the M formation that we're looking for at the top, right? Which would be, you know, the first hit, get the second hit, and then you continue back to the downside. Just makes too much sense to me. Now, I could be wrong, like always. I could be wrong. Most of my fractals have been wrong in history. But, you know, once again, let's see what happens with that. You see, I like the crab now, right? I do like the crab. Give us some more time to accumulate, and it's pretty easy to trade these ranges, man. All you have to do is go on Twitter and see every bull getting horny as hell over every pump. And then every time we go back down, seeing those same people saying we're going to 22K. Instead of just sticking to what their plan is originally. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Let's see. QM said you waited until 28 to become bearish? No, man. I became bearish as soon as we broke for this bear flag right here. Right? As soon as we broke this bear flag right here. That's when I was like, all right, this is gonna get kind of real here, man. This is get kind of real. Until then, you know, it is what it was. But since then, I've been full on savvy, man. Crabs can swim up, crabs can swim down, but forever a crab. True. Show us a cup and handle. All right. Let's find a cup and handle. Let's see. A cup and handle formation. We love cup and handle formations, man. Let's see. A cup and handle formation. I mean, the last macro one was this. Bop. Right? Where you had the cup, you had the handle, and then you broke out to the upside. Very basic pattern, man. I mean, you can learn that in 2 seconds on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those patterns, man, I mean, listen, pattern trading is the easiest thing to learn, so that's what most people do. In reality, does that stuff work consistently? I would argue not, at least in crypto. It might work in less volatile assets. Pattern trading, a lot of time you get faked out, man. I don't know. Listen, it's fun to look at. It's fun to know the ranges and stuff, right? It's fun to look at. All right, we have a bear flag. We have a range here. We have the tops. We have the bottoms. It's fun to look at, but, you know, listen, pattern trading, it's easy to find cup and handles when the market's going up, right? It's easy to find symmetrical triangles that break to the upside when the market's going up or down, right? But in reality, is that the most efficient way to look at the market? I would argue not, man. I would argue no. Monero has enormous cup and handle forming in the yearly. Enormous cup and handle. I only like patterns on the RSI. Yeah, actually, patterns on the RSI actually work more than price action, if we're going to be honest, man. You know? All right, let's see. Did you sell your VeChain? Yeah, I sold it off for ETH, man. I sold it off for ETH. I sold altcoins. I sold altcoins that I basically sold all altcoins into the altcoins that I'm most confident in. You know what I'm saying? So Bitcoin, Ethereum, and there's a bunch of them, man. It is like 8 of them, I think. Bitcoin, ETH. I do like BNB. I just haven't accumulated yet, but I'm gonna get some BNB when I think Bitcoin's going lower. Cardano, Solana. Man. There's AVAX, Matic, Chainlink, and a few lower caps that are kind of my home run plays. I think it's Cadena and Shiza, man, and Harmony One. Let's see. All depends on what the moon's doing. Carl the Moon? Talking about Carl the Moon, man? Where's Carl? We'll play the Carl the Moon meme, and then we'll call it a stream, guys. I'm going to get off. I'm going to be working on a few things today. We're going to get some new music on here. We're going to add some new stuff onto the stream today. So get ready for some new stuff today, man. I'm in a creative mood today, so we'll see if some of it's done today. But I'm in a creative mood today, so we're going to add a few new things to the stream. If you guys have any ideas, let me know in the Discord. Send me a message. Send me a message on Twitter, whatever. I like to add new things on here every once in a while. So be prepared for that. So I'll catch you guys at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. Let's see what Bitcoin does. Once again, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Bitcoin dumped. It's coming up in an upwards channel, bear flag formation. But on the bullish side, you do have some vector candles that you can come back up and take ultimately here. I want to see how Bitcoin reacts to the 50 EMA on the 15-minute time frame. All right, so I'll catch you guys 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. And have a fantastic day, guys. Don't stare at the charts all day. Don't panic sell your crypto. And most of all, don't panic sell your crypto. All right? Peace out, man.